Hey now. Hey now.
Hey now, indeed. SportsCenter with Jay and Dan, brought to you by Tim Hortons. We were talking about this before the show. It feels like Kawhi hit the shot about a month ago.
Yeah.
It was only a week ago.
It was a week ago. It was a week ago today.
The Raptors had not played a game at home since, as their series continues with the Bucks, and they were in a big hole.
And Dan, Charles Barkley and the whole TNT crew were in Toronto for the game. And Charles Barkley loves Toronto, and specifically his best friend in the world, Rod Black. And so Charles had some interesting predictions before Game 3.
The Raptors are going to win tonight. Are you guaranteeing it? I guarantee it.
Now, you might say Charles was pandering to the crowd, to which I say, yeah, probably, and I would have done the same thing. And we really appreciate that, Charles. Only 5 teams have come back from down 0-2 in the conference finals. Would the Raptors be able to be the 6th team?
You got a bet, sucker.
Marc Gasol. A lot of talk about Marc Gasol struggling in this series. Just 3 for 20 from the field in the series so far. Early on, and he got a fresh new haircut. Wide open 3. He knocks that down. Then Kyle Lowry to Kawhi Leonard. Watch Leonard afterward. Limping a bit. Stayed in the game. Back to Gasol. Finds Pascal Siakam down low. Draws the contact. Gasol had 16 in this one. 12 rebounds. 7 assists. Giannis Antetokounmpo. Nick Nurse wanted to travel. Leonard to Lowry, knocks down the 3. Drake is wearing a raincoat. Raps by 8 at the half. Leonard getting a rest in the 3rd quarter, wearing a brace on that knee. Looks like there's some sort of bomb diffuser on it. 4th quarter. Gasol comes over to help out. Raps go the other way, and Kawhi for 3. Raps stretch their lead to 8. And Drake is wearing a raincoat. More bad news for the Raps, though. Lowry picking up his 6th foul. His night is over with 6 minutes to play, and the Bucks would go on a run. Brook Lopez and 1. Bucks would tie it. 2 minutes to play. Kawhi. Yes. Raps take the lead. Rain jacket. 20 seconds to go. Raps up by 2. Chris Middleton for 3 in the lead. Doesn't go. Siakam is fouled. Just 7 seconds to play. He misses the first. He misses the second. So it's still a 2-point game. 7 seconds to go. Middleton for the baseline. Misses. Nobody helps out. Gets his own rebound. Ties the game at 96. Raps inbounding with 2.2 seconds to go. Siakam for the win. Not even close. Game 3 going to overtime. Raps up by 2. 90 seconds to go. Leonard. Friendly roll. He's used to those at the Scotiabank. Wraps up by 4. 10 seconds to go. Leonard. Final shot. This time it does not go. They need a double OT. Rain jacket. Giannis sitting on 5 fouls. Called for the block. Greek Freak fouls out. Rain jacket. Giannis held to just 12 points.
Spinning. Green knocks it away. Kawhi attacking. Soaring through the air with a left-handed jam.
Kawhi. What a dunk. He's in pain. He's not 100%, but he was amazing in this one. The steal, uncontested. He would not be denied. Played 52 minutes. Had a game-high 36 points. Look at him bullying his way inside. Raptors back in this series. They win in double overtime. Rain jacket! 118-112 the final. As I mentioned, in double overtime. Raptors have never won a playoff series when trailing 2-0, but they're back in this one. Only 5 teams, as I mentioned, have come back from 2-0. Kawhi Leonard now has 10 30-point games through his team's first 15 playoff games, and here he is after this game.
Why have you ever played 52 minutes before? Pretty sure you know I haven't. I mean, you know that question. I mean, I've been here before. It's playoff basketball. You want to win. My teammates did a great job tonight of, just keep pushing. They played well. We all played well together. And, that's all I kept fighting. I just wanted to win.
At the end of the game, Kawhi said that, he played an hour of basketball. And I told him my bad.
I thought he just made big plays, and that's what winners do. That's what champions do, and that's why he is who he is he made great plays at the end. And, it wasn't perfect. I'm sure that he, would have liked to play better, but he was battling 52 minutes, 54 minutes, whatever it was. He battled his ass off, and he made big plays for his ball club, and that's what we need him to do.
Somebody check on Fred VanVleet's eye? Kawhi's 10 30-point playoff games with the Raptors, already second most in franchise history, behind the guy he was traded for, DeMar DeRozan. Over the last 10 postseasons, the only players to record 10 30-point games in a single playoff campaign are LeBron, Kevin Durant, and Kobe.
Little ditty about Jack and Leo, two basketball guys doing the best that they can.
Let's bring him in. They're in a good mood. Kawhi, guys, he played a career-high 52 minutes. Looked a little banged up. Another impressive performance. He comes through in overtime. Is Kawhi still surprising you, or is this just par for the course now?
Well, you think about the two classics we've had in this building, guys. Last Sunday, Game 7 against Philly, and then here again today. It was just remarkable basketball, and Kawhi Leonard comes up big in the clutch. A steal, 2 offensive rebounds, big buckets, just making huge plays. And he was just doing it all against a swarming defense. The guy's an incredible competitor.
Yeah, I'm not surprised by anything anymore. Anything, I'm in awe. I go, you expect it. Like every time he gets his hands on a ball, you just expect something to happen. And the little plays, like Jack said, you get the offensive rebound in traffic. He had a turnover, comes right back, gets a steal, gets a dunk. I mean, this guy's, he's flat out amazing.
And the great ones have that next year. He's got that next year.
And guys, I know you were talking about this. Marc Gasol, Pascal Siakam, Norm Powell, guys that maybe have struggled a bit throughout the playoffs or just this series, really, really contributed in key moments in Game 3.
Well, I love what Nick Nurse said. He came up to us right before the game. He said, I said I'm going to make changes. I never said I was going to make starting lineup changes. And one of the changes was to get Powell into the game. And, we talked about it earlier. For some reason, sometimes you play against a team and it just feels good. And Powell's got that 2017 Milwaukee Bucks memory. He sees the Bucks. Man, this guy just rises to the occasion. Also, there's something about the playoffs with this guy. His intensity level, the way, his style of game suits playoff basketball, and he steps up, and he had a monster game tonight.
And you mentioned Powell. I mean, Pascal Siakam was just magnificent tonight. The toughness that he played with. He gets Giannis out of the game with the 6th foul. He was fearless attacking at the rim, made jump shots on the perimeter. His defense, he was flying all over the building. And Marc Gasol, what a bounce-back game for him. I mean, the guy's an accomplished player, both in the NBA and on the international scene. You know he's got it in him, and he showed it tonight. And to me, when you look at the Raptors, to have that complementary scoring around Kawhi Leonard, the ball moved better, they played more relaxed, and now this is something really positive to build on.
Home teams won every game. Does that happen again on Tuesday, guys?
I think so. I like what I saw from the Raptors. I think the spirit, both of these teams are going to be exhausted. So, the fatigue's going to definitely, Leo, be a major element. But I think for the Raptors, this crowd was incredible. I think they come out again and they just go out there and find a way.
Yeah, I think this crowd here at Scotiabank Arena is going to push these guys. They're going to get them that extra energy they need. But it is, to me, like I had every bit of confidence that the Raptors could even this series up. And after that, whatever happens, happens. They got to go on the road and get it done there. But I really believe this team can fight back and get another W here.
And if one word jumped out at me about the Raptors tonight, it's the word resiliency.
No question.
This is not only this year, but in the last 6 years, this team's always shown a lot of fight. And case in point tonight.
You guys have shown a lot of fight here in this segment. Thank you, gentlemen.
Always good, guys.
And they'll be back on Tuesday on TSN, and we'll have the game for you. Bucks and Raps, can Toronto even this thing up? Tuesday, 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific, also available on TSN Direct. Now get ready for Dan's face.
The NHL's Western Conference Final may mean a little bit more to the two teams that are in it this season, Sharks and Blues. Neither franchise has ever drank from Lord Stanley's massive cup. And heading into Game 5, this series has been a slugfest. Teams alternating wins, and that got them to a series that was tied at 2 games apiece. I should have read that out loud. Would have been smoother. So the importance of a Game 5 win could not possibly be overstated. Not just that, but Sunday's game, it was the first playoff game in NHL history with a successful penalty shot, hat trick, and shutout. Thanks to our good friend Kenny Albert for that note. Tweeted it out. No team has won back-to-back games this series. Fans getting into the Game of Thrones spirit. Opening frame, Evander Kane off the post. St. Louis opened the scoring 35 seconds into Game 4. That close to giving up one 10 seconds in. Erik Karlsson played one shift in the final 9.5 minutes of Game 4. Turns it over to Oskar Sundqvist. He beats Marty Jones. 4th straight game St. Louis. 4th line has scored. Karlsson dealing with a groin injury. Looking pretty rough. Still in the frame. Thomas Hertl. Hertl! Takes a high hit from Ivan Barbashev, stayed in the game. Early in the second, 3 minutes in, Jones loses sight of Jaden Schwartz at the side of the net and gives the puck right to him. Schwartz with a gift for his 10th of the postseason. Blues in front by 2. Less than 4 minutes later, Vladimir Tarasenko takes the long stretch pass, taken down by Brent Burns. Here's that penalty shot I was telling you about. Tarasenko, very wide, almost into the second row, scores. Tarasenko, the first player in Blues history to score a postseason penalty shot.
Holy man.
Blues up 3-0 after 2. Karlsson and Hertl not on the bench to start the third. Joe Pavelski hit by Alex Pietrangelo. Pavelski's slow to get up. He was forced to leave the game. Moments later, Sharks, 2 men short. Schwartz bats in his 2nd of the game. His 11th matches his entire output in 69 games in the regular season. Blues up 4-0. 4 to go in the game. Schwartz takes the feed from Tarasenko. And first player with multiple hat tricks in a single postseason, and the first ever in Blues playoff history. Kane, he takes a shot at Jordan Binnington. Blues netminder frustrated the Sharks all afternoon. Picked up his first playoff shutout, 21 saves. There's that shutout I was talking about. Here's Burns on the loss as the Blues take a 3-2 series lead. If I was a dentist, I'd be hanging outside the Sharks room.
With a drill. Guys, I'm here.
Jaden Schwartz, just the 4th player in NHL history to have as many playoff goals as he had in the regular season, and to mention the first player in Blues history to score multiple hat tricks in the postseason. First on any team to do it since Johan Franzen did it with Detroit in 2008.
And Dan mentioned Jordan Binnington's shutout. Remember when we awarded Elias Pettersson the Calder in December only to have Binnington make it interesting? It's just like the PGA Championship. Brooks Koepka was so far ahead of the field through the first 3 rounds, everyone was handing him the 2nd straight trophy before he even stepped on the course Sunday. But then Dustin Johnson made it interesting. Koepka, maybe a little distracted. Girlfriend wants a kiss? No, not happening. I'm out. I'm out, she says. I get it. I get it. You're focused. Trying to become just the 4th golfer ever to win 4 majors in just 8 starts. He was confident.
Championships for Brooks Koepka. He has a. Is there any doubt whatsoever in your mind that you're going to win tomorrow?
No.
Hey.
This, by the way.
I love that. Par 4 first. Tough second from the rough. Well, shorty bogey for the first time this week, that hole. DJ in jeopardy of losing his world #1 title to his friend Koepka. 2 birdies through 8, 5 shots back on 9. Beautiful approach within a couple of feet.
Yes, he is trying. Here comes the other Smash Brother.
I will say this. I don't like people calling them the Smash Brothers. That's McGuire and Canseco. That's just not cool to call them the Smash Brothers. 2 straight bogeys. Koepka lips this one out for par on 13. First time he's made 3 straight bogeys since August of 2018. Back to DJ. 15. He drained his 4th birdie of the day. And he's within 2. Koepka's troubles continue on 14. Tee shot. Sails over the green. Led to his 4th straight bogey. No player in tour history is lost when entering with a 7-shot lead. Going into Sunday, his lead down to just 1. DJ helping Koepka's cause on 16, though. 7-footer for par, completely misreads it. First of 2 straight bogeys. So Koepka heads to the par 4 18th with a 2-shot lead. 3rd shot. Beautiful.
It's a Koepka coronation.
Koepka going wire to wire, becoming the first player ever to win back-to-back PGA Championships and U.S. Opens. Sorry. New world number 1. And he kissed his girlfriend this time. I said they're calling him Smash Brothers. Yeah, Canseco and McGuire were the Bash Brothers. All right, so I overstepped there. Brooks Koepka, 4 over 74, 2-shot victory. Joins Tigers, the only back-to-back winners of the PGA Championship since it went to stroke play in 1959. And here he is after.
It's incredible. I don't think I even thought I was going to do it that fast. I don't think anybody did. And to be standing here today with 4 majors it's mind-blowing. Today was definitely the most satisfying out of all of them for how stressful that round was, how stressful DJ made that. That was probably definitely, I know for a fact that was the most excited I've ever been in ever in my life right there on 18.
Coming up, Vladdy Jr. He's figured it out. Big time. That's next.
Blue Jays, White Sox, top 3, Billy McKinney.
There's my timing.
Yeah, hey, buddy, turn around.
Drive to right, get up, ball, get out of here.
His 3rd, 1-0 Jays. Vladdy Guerrero Jr. hitting 348 over his last 7. Top 8. Man on. Ball is gone. 2-run shot. Guerrero's 4th of the season. Went 2 for 4. Upped his average by 44 points over the team's 6-game road trip. And the Jays win.
No doubt about it. Home run number 4.
Astros and Red Sox, Houston, 10-game winning streak coming in. They look fantastic. They're down 1-0 here, though. Carlos Correa. That'd be about 450 feet. And Houston's up 2-1, bottom 5. Now 3-2 Houston. Xander Bogaerts pops it up. He's very disappointed in himself. Yuli Gurriel kind of messed that up, and so it drops in, and Mookie Betts will score. So Bogaerts has tied it up, and then Bogaerts in the 7th shoots one to the gap in left center, and Betts is extremely fast, and he's going to score all the way from first. So Bogaerts is hitting .407 on the Sox homestand, and Boston will snap Houston's 10-game win streak. Christian Yelich and the Brewers taking on the Braves first inning. Christian Yelich has hit 19 home runs this year. Last year, it took him until August the 18th to reach that 19 home run mark. So the Brewers have an early lead in this one. And another young star also going deep, Ronald Acuna. That's a second decker. That's 450 feet. He has 9. This game needed extras. Everybody take a drink. We're going to the 10th. It's Ben Gamble. Gamble got it done. Brewers avoid the sweep. Let's go over here and chat. Come on, Dan. Oh, I forgot something. There.
What's this, the Kepka Rilka? The musical? Kopka Raka?
Kopka Raka.
Jeez.
Oh, like Cop Rock, the Stephen Bochco show?
Very
but
timely.
That's Kepka, not Kopka.
Okay, let's take a look. Brooks Koepka's dominance resume speaks for itself. He won 4 of the last 8 majors. He picked up $1.9 million for this. He's the first player to successfully defend his PGA Championship and U.S. Open titles. It's the 5th wire-to-wire PGA Championship winner and the first since 1983. He's the 11th player to win 4 majors before the age of 30 and becomes #2 in the FedEx Cup and world #1. Nice. In 5 of the 6 seasons Mike Riley was in Edmonton, the league's leading receiver was an Eskimo. After the Leo signed him and Duron Carter in the offseason, expectations are through the roof.
Mike could literally put me in the Hall of Fame. The way that I see it, he hasn't had a receiver go under 1,500 like since I can remember, since I've been in the league. So just the opportunity to be with him and have him throwing the ball, even today, you can see, I mean, he's got it.
You see his height listed on the roster, and a lot of guys lie on that stuff. Then you walk up and talk to Duron, and you forget how tall and big that he really is. So that's a great matchup for us physically on anybody in this league. And as we continue to work together more and more, you know, he's going to become that much better of a weapon.
Boomsies, who's excited for football on BC?
Exciting times for the Lions. Very cool. And man, Mike Riley's beard. We got a long way to go.
The Lions added more than 50 new faces,
including coaching staff. Wally left, and
I don't know 50 people.
Yeah. Well, there's probably 50 people working on this show right now. If you include, well, there's Tim, there's Glenn, there's Hound Dog.
He's not even here.
Hound Dog didn't even show up. So there's Sam. She's also on camera. There's Scotty. He's doing stuff.
Memorial Cup, Halifax Mooseheads taking on the Guelph Storm, or someone we know. When they first saw the city Guelph, they said Gulef. That's Alex Tanguay. We said alum, dropping the ceremony puck. Early the first Jock 10 Cheney at the point. It's a unique name, Jock 10. Finds Antoine Morin, opens the scoring on a redirect. Halifax captain's 2nd goal in the tournament. In the 2nd, Gulef gets sloppy with the puck. Raphael Lavoie dangles and scores. Short-handed tally. Top-ranked Q player for the upcoming NHL draft, Deeks and Shelfs. Halifax, now the only undefeated team in round-robin play. They win 4-2.
National Junior A Championship, Brooks Bandits, Prince George Spruce Kings.
You talked about off the top of the broadcast. Over for Lee. Lee drives the puck. In deep, bouncing back and scores! Simon Boyko, 1-0 Brooks.
Brian Mudryk on the call. Boyko. First of the tournament, 1-0 Bandits. 6 minutes later, William LeMay blasts it home from the point. LeMay's 4th of the tournament, moves him into a tie for 2nd in goals. It's 2-0 Bandits, and then in the 2nd, 3-1 Brooks. Boyko gets his 2nd of the game, and the Brooks Bandits of the Alberta Junior Hockey League are National Junior A champs for the 2nd time in 6 years. Rafa Nadal looking to build on his first title of the season as he goes for his 12th title at Roland Garros. Nadal beat Novak Djokovic in Rome, I believe. Rome? Is that where it was? Yes. On Sunday. Quite handily, actually. And Rafa Nadal, I don't know if you know this, he's great on clay.
How has a clothes detergent not become the official sponsor? Because so many dirty socks.
That's a great point, Dan.
At the World Hockey Championships, Team Canada has 2 games left in the prelims. Denmark on Monday, and their biggest test against the Americans. Where should we do this report, Dregs? Right here on these train tracks.
Seconds after they did that stand-up, both gentlemen were struck by a train.
So apparently they did know the train schedule. Canada, Denmark, Monday.
I mean, you got struck by the train, and then a couple of days ago, Brent Wallace was trying to do another stand-up in Slovakia, and this happened.
Did we record that? That was awkward.
Basically, Brent Wallace is having a hard time over there.
He soon got new trousers after that happened.
It's time for the Jane Dan mailbag. These are actual letters from actual viewers from across this great country. And Dan, Lila Ray wants to know, if you were cast in a live-action Muppets movie, which character would you be? I feel like everybody probably knows the answer to this one. For both of us, it's, yeah.
It's a no-brainer.
You love this idea in this picture. You're excited.
Get to be grumpy full-time. My dream. Len Smith wants to know, athletes have pregame rituals. Do Jay and Dan have pre-show rituals? Yes.
We do. We get, we alternate buying each other steeped teas from Tim Hortons. Double with milk for Dan, single sugar for me. I say this. People say, oh, well, you're sponsored by Tim Hortons. You guys, no, we've always done this, even before they were our sponsor. So really, it was destiny that we came together, I think.
That's right. What a delicious beverage.
And finally, Sunjay Henry asks if you could have any guest on your show that's yet to appear, who would it be and why? Dan?
Nick Nurse, Raptors coach.
We'd really like Nick Nurse to come on the show and bring some Nick Nurse hats. And for me, Dan, it's the obvious. It's Jan Arden. And I'd love to see Nick and Jan together on the show. A little round table kind of thing.
I think both those guests are achievable.
Let's make it happen, CTV and Crave and the Raptors.
Or Tim, maybe send an email to someone?
Yeah, what is Tim doing all day? Checking TweetDeck.
He loves that TweetDeck.
He really does. And that's been the Jane Dan mailbag.
Still to come. From Vladimir Tarasenko's penalty shot goal to this miss, it's the best and worst of the night in the Jannies.
These are our favorite, least favorite plays. Look at this. Beautiful flowers growing. It's springtime. Vladimir Tarasenko has a Joe Sakic-esque wrist shot. That is incredible on the penalty shot in a 5-0 win over San Jose.
Adam Jones. Oh, wow. He got robbed by Brandon Crawford.
And he saved the game for the Giants. Brandon Crawford gets Adam Jones.
Forces extra innings with that play. Russia power play against Switzerland. Nikita Kucherov finishes. The finisher.
Nikita Kucherov.
Peter Alonso, liner, Brian Anderson. Yeah, we could have left that one out.
No. We need 37 Jannies. Memorial Cup. Halifax's Raphael Lavoie dangles. Look at that.
PGA Championship, Lucas Beauregard, par 3 17. Dan, you were at this event.
Yep.
A 6-iron.
Good spectator experience?
I sat on the 15th fairway for 6 hours.
So you didn't see that. Hole in one.
And I didn't see much. Although Phil outdrove everyone on that hole that I was at by like 40 yards until DJ came in. Still got it.
Yeah. One of the Smash Brothers. Double OT, Kawhi Leonard. I was thinking about this. Remember you used to always say Kawhi?
Yeah.
Like Nancy Kerrigan?
Yep. I still
You're not
do.
doing that anymore.
Yeah, I do.
Oh, yeah?
I do it once a highlight pack when I'm doing it. Don't want to overuse it.
Over by the line.
That's fair.
Yes, yeah, tweak.
What a play by Puig.
Yeah.
He may have hurt his elbow.
Injured his shoulder, had to leave the game.
I do like those Cincy throwbacks.
1912, the year TSN hit the airwaves.
I remember it well. Jim Van Horn and John Wells anchored the first edition of Sports Desk. It's the worst play of the day. Mark Gasol.
Milwaukee's 2-9 in the corner. Gasol.
No.
Has it slip out of his fingertips.
They still won a double OT.
Just picked up his third.
Highlight of the night takes us to Miami. Comebacker.
Alcantara's
and Sandy Alcantara.
And he makes the play behind his back.
What a play. I don't know if you saw what he did there. Reach behind his back.
2 away.
Yeah.
Classic Alcantara.
Yeah, that really is. He's been doing that for a long time. We messed up big time in a lot of things. You said it was Joe Davis on the call of the Dodgers game. It was Tim Neverett. Should have been Joe Davis. You said replica jerseys instead of throwback jerseys for the Reds game. And your Sharks Blues on Cam. I had the worst one of all. I was making fun of people calling Dustin Johnson and Brooks Koepka the Smash Brothers, saying, well, there was only one Smash Brothers. No, McGuire and Canseco were the Bash Brothers. That's so embarrassing. I'm so sorry, everybody. I apologize. But the more important thing is our beard update.
That's right. We're growing playoff beards until they hand out the Stanley Cup. Let's see how we're doing so far. They're getting kind of scraggly. And right now, I guess this is what I look like.
Could do worse.
Is that the Mork and Mindy years?
Oh, I'm old Robin Williams. Yeah, kind of. This kind of makes sense.
Mork and Mindy, is it still in syndication?
It's got to be out there. It's got to be out there.
That's a weird one.
Yeah, Jonathan Winters was their son.
Yeah, he was
old and then he'd get younger.
Yeah.
That's how it worked on.
He was a big baby.
Yeah, he was a big baby. And also, Dan, we also noticed something. There was a reporter interviewing Justin Turner of the Dodgers about an injury.
That was weird.
And we always talk about how reporters kind of over-laugh at athletes because they want them to like them. This guy definitely wants Justin Turner to like him.
Even the bat boy's like,
yeah, give it up, buddy.
Give it a rest.
Just dial it back 20%. And it'll be a lot better.
Well, I think that was a good start to the week.
Yeah. Felt great.
We can improve a few things, though.
Yeah, me especially.